Hello everyone, in this video we're going to go over the orientation assignments that you must complete before the end of the week, and I want to just show you step by step here. First of all, we're going to go to the home page and I'm going to scroll down. Here you can see the schedule, and so I'm going to click on that first one that says Module 1 Intro. Technically I could also go to the modules on the left-hand side, but I'm going to go ahead and click here to make sure everything's working. Okay, once you get to the orientation module, there's a few things that you might want to look at here. The start here is that beginning page. It just kind of has a lot of information about the course and Canvas, etc. Please feel free to look through that. You will need to look through some of these links here in order to register for MindTap. There are a few videos. Technical support for MindTap is here as well. And I'll talk about this link for the participation quiz in just a moment. But you'll notice that it says graded assignments, and then there are 3 little activities. The main one, the one you need to complete in order to be considered present, is the introduction video. So please make sure that you complete that. If you are in my mixed mode or face-to-face class, please wait to do the introduction video until the first meeting, because I want you to meet a few people so that you have something to talk about in the video. When you open it, you'll notice that it kind of gives you a quick explanation of what to do and tells you how to introduce yourself. And then it's going to ask you to say a few extra things about yourself and the person that you met. You're going to do this on your phone, maybe on your webcam, and feel free to use something like Chromecastify or whatever editor you have in your phone or in your computer to make it a little bit nicer, and then just post it. This is a quick video, and the main point of this assignment is to make sure you can make a video so that when the actual video assignment comes up, you already have a little bit of experience for that. I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm going to scroll down and go back to the module. And I'm going to look at the second orientation assignment, which is Participation Quiz 1. This quiz is not about content. It's going to ask you 1 or 2 questions, and the questions are like, were you able to open up the quiz? The main point of this assignment is that you can open up Respondus Lockdown Browser on your computer so that you can take the quiz. Because when you take test 1s, 2, and 3, you will need Respondus Lockdown Browser. Now, if you scroll up just a little bit, there is this link here that says Participation Quiz and Respondus Module. This is a YouTube video created by me that will kind of go over the step-by-step on how to download Respondus and use it to take your test. I should point out that some people have a hard time with the Respondus lockdown. You must find a way to open up Respondus so that you can take your test. If you cannot download it onto your computer, you may take all of your tests in the testing center in Valencia. However, a lot of times the problem is that you don't have a password that is up to date. And so you have to reset your password either in your Authenticator app or by calling the Canvas support hotline, telling them that your Wi-Fi password is not working. Well, if you run into a problem, please write through me through Canvas, and I will do my best to kind of prompt you on what to say to them. Again, 99% of people do not have a problem, but there's always 1 or 2 people who do, so please contact me if you run into an issue there. You want to make sure that you can get through your participation quiz as quickly as possible, not because it's so important, this grade, but because it'll get you ready for taking the test. The next thing I want you to do is your orientation ticket. If you are in my face-to-face or mixed mode class, you're going to do most of this in class. I'm going to give you the materials, you're going to do the ticket, and in class, I'll remind you to take a picture of your orientation ticket so that you can post it here in Canvas as a picture. Now, once you are done with your introduction video, your participation quiz, and your orientation assignment to choose a color, I suggest that you move forward to the next assignment immediately because this is a short class, and the faster you start moving ahead, the better you'll be towards the end. So the next assignment that I really want you to focus on is 9 and 10, the Inkblot chapters 9 and 10. For this assignment, you're going to create some study notes, and you're going to do it for a specific section of the book. Now, depending on the color you chose, it'll either be for chapter 9 or for chapter 10. I want to remind you that the study notes have to be handwritten. Okay, so you're going to do 6 pages, front only, for the sections that you were assigned based on your color. Now, there are a few other requirements, but I want to show that to you by going to the Inkblot direction page. And so I'm going to do that by going home. And now I'm going to scroll down past a schedule that looks like a map and into the icons. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that Inkblot study notes. Notice that there is a more in-depth video about how to do the Inkblot study notes. So please feel free to watch that as well. Here are the directions. But the thing that I want to show you is here, which is the colors. So I'm going to notice that this is chapter 1, chapter 2, and I'm going to scroll down all the way to chapters 9 and 10. For chapter 9, if your group is red, then these are the sections that you're going to focus on. If your group is blue, then these sections will be the ones you focus on. If your color is brown, you're going to do these. If your color is orange, then you're actually going to do the key terms. And that's why it's important to know which person you are. Because depending on which person you are, you will do a specific set of terms. So for example, person 1 is doing terms 1 through 9. Person 2 is doing terms 10 through 18. Let me show that to you here. So I'm going to keep on scrolling down, and here are the key terms for chapter 1, but of course the ones we want are for chapter 9. Okay, and so again, 1 through 10, that's going to be one person. 11 through the next one, that'll be the next person. And this is how you're going to know which terms you're required to do. If I go back to chapter 9, now I can see that group, the white group, is going to do these sections. Now, maybe your colors are pink, light blue, green, yellow, and black. The same thing, but now you're doing it for chapter 10. And so you're not required to do the chapter 9 ones, you should do the chapter 10 ones. And the key terms are going to be for the green group in this chapter. And those will change every chapter. If you have even the slightest question where you're unsure what to do, please contact me and I'll do my best to answer that for you. This is going to be the end of the video. This is where I want you to sort of plan on finishing up the week so that you can start moving on to finish the rest of chapter 9 and 10 activities. So good luck, everybody. And once again, send me a message if you have any questions at all.